Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. Right now we see silver prices in the mid $19 range, approaching $20. There's going to be a lot of resistance. There already was resistance at the $19 level as we saw it barely scrape above $19 but fell right back into the $18 range. But now we see it mid-19 headed towards $20. And what does that mean? This video is going to be giving the ins and the outs, some deeper insight into what's going on with prices and also if they're going to stay this high. Now, I have a couple articles I want to share with you guys. The link will be in the description. So before we start, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if this video can get 250 likes. Like this video if you love precious metals. Also subscribe. We're about to hit 28,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough for the insane support on this channel. I'm going to keep working and doing my part to give you guys the best content possible. And that's also important because there's so much happening on a day-to-day basis now, especially right now. You need to stay informed on a daily basis to what's going on with gold and silver prices, whether they're going higher, lower, what's happening, and what's giving these prices the fuel or the disconnect for prices to be rising or falling. This is going to heavily affect how you strategize, how you stack, so you need to stay informed, and that's why it's so important to stay subscribed. So anyways, let's jump into it. So silver price forecast continues to grind higher. We are more than likely going to continue to see an uptrend, but it is going to be choppy and messy all the way to the top. I think he's talking about some of the corrections, the sell-offs, the dips that happen, especially when prices start to really rally. As people sell off, short selling, or they're going to be selling, taking some profits, and that's definitely true. That's with any investment, and I just don't want you to panic and freak out and think silver is dropping and it's going to stay lower, because that's not true. Usually after a correction, after a dip happens, it goes up pretty fast, because then once the price is lower, people buy all that low price or that cheap silver up, which pushes the price back higher. So silver markets have rallied again during the trading session on Monday to kick off the week, but gave back quite a bit of the gains late in the day as the US dollar suddenly surged in value. As the day wore on, we got word that California was shutting a lot of things back down, and that had people jumping into the treasury markets in the US dollar for safety in general. With that in mind, people will then begin to question whether or not there will be a demand for silver, which is not only a precious metal but also a significant industrial one. If the industry is not working a full tilt, it obviously does not need much in the way of commodities like silver. If that is going to be the case, then it is likely we will drop towards the $19 level underneath, and that is an area that should not cause a certain amount of support. To the upside, the $20 level will be a significant barrier, but I do think that it is the ultimate target for the silver market, and I agree as well. With all that in mind, I believe that we are more than likely going to continue to see an uptrend, but it is going to be choppy and messy all the way to the top. If we continue to see a lot of concerns out there, it would make sense that the silver markets could pay the price for being a precious metal and an industrial metal at the same time, as long as there is a serious lack of demand. Obviously, there will be a serious lack of demand for the contract as well. That being said, though, I do think that eventually the buyers come back based upon the fact that silver has been so strong. And that's what I always talk about. I think silver is so attractive right now. It's in the limelight, especially as prices start to rise. More news articles are going to be written. People are going to start, it's going to bring more attention to it, and people are going to start seeing the proof in the pudding that silver is a serious investment that actually has potential, and that's where more money is going to come in and give it that support that it needs. To the upside, if we get above the $20 level, it is likely we'll go back towards the $50 level again, which is crazy to think about, because 9 years ago we saw $50 silver in 2011, but we haven't seen anything near that since. The closest we saw was the July 2016 high of $21, but besides that, this is the highest we've seen prices. So if it does break above $20, above the July 16 high $21, then the sky is really the limit, especially with all this stuff happening with the dollar weakening. It's only going to be more bullish for precious metals, especially silver. So, which is the long-term target for those who believe that we are heading back into a scenario like the Great Financial Crisis in 2008. Obviously, it would take quite some time to get there, but alas, if we broke above the $20 level with any sustainability, that is exactly what happened. I have no interest in shorting this market right now, as long as the Federal Reserve is out there printing, and that's so true. As this Federal Reserve keeps pumping dollars into the economy, it's only going to help gold and silver. It's only going to give more fuel to the fire. Printing money is like throwing sticks in the fire. It's only going to keep fueling it, and that fire is going to grow, and the price is going to rise. So here's another article I want to dive into. So it's from Economic Times. So silver outperforms gold, gains 30% from March lows, and may retest the RS 53,000 levels. Silver prices crossed the 51,000 per kilogram on Friday in domestic markets, and also crossed crucial resistance of $18.80 per troy ounce on the COMEX division. Silver outperformed gold and gained 30% from their March lows of 39,523 per kilogram. Rapidly increasing these virus cases in the U.S. and other countries worldwide created a fear of a second phase of lockdown in most countries. Silver is benefiting from precious metals and industrial metals, and that's true. Silver has this dual beneficial pattern going in these two categories, where not only is it a precious metal, but it's also an industrial metal since it's so, for being the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity. Silver is widely used on both sides of the scale, where gold is only on one side of the scale. So safe haven buying has emerged in precious metals in the last few months as global investors turn cautious and move towards safe haven assets. Silver is also a beneficiary of being an industrial metal and gained as Chinese industrial activities resumed after recovery from COVID and manufacturing. The PMI crossed the 51 levels again. So silver has been in the limelight for the last 3 months due to slowing mining activities, due to the rising virus cases, gradual increase in industrial demand, and safe haven buying in precious metals, which I've gone over. All these things are very prevalent in why silver is doing so well. And it's like the stars are all aligning for silver right now to really kick up gear. The U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman also showed concerns of the fast recovery of the U.S. economy from the pandemic. President Donald Trump is also trailing from his counterpart in primary surveys of the U.S. presidential election due this year in the month of November. And we also have the 2020 presidential election you have to think about. That could be the cherry on top. That could be the icing on the cake. There's so many things happening that's causing chaos, controversy, uncertainty, unease, and this is all what fuels precious metals prices. So the dollar index also weakened in the recent past, supporting global commodity prices. We expect silver prices to remain firm, and it could test the RS 53,000 per kilogram levels in the coming days. So here is a technical review. Silver prices closed above the 51,000 per kilogram level for the first time since September 2013 on a weekly technical chart, which shows long-term breakout in the commodity. Even in international markets, silver breached crucial resistance of $18.80 per troy ounce on a weekly closing basis, international as well as domestic. Weekly price charts are clearly indicating a breakout in the commodity. We expect silver in the COMEX division, once it starts sustaining above $18.85 per troy ounce, it could extend gains toward $19.90 to $20.40 per troy ounce in the coming weeks, and it's already headed there fastly. It will show weakness only if it closes below the $18.40 per troy ounce on the closing basis, and I don't think it will. Silver gives long-term breakout on a daily, weekly, and monthly chart, indicating further upside move in the coming days. If it sustains that 51,330 per kilogram level, then it will extend its gains toward the RS 52,000 to 53,000 level in the coming days. Weakness is expected only if it closes below 49,800 per kilogram, but chances of that happening are remote. We expect silver to show further strength in the coming days, and traders can buy on dips around 51,000 to 50,000 per kilogram with strict stop losses and on a closing basis for the upside target of 52,000. So there's definitely going to be some very wishy-washy. There's going to be some choppy movements coming up, and that's only going to give more opportunity for the investor that does it appropriately. There's a time investing is so prudent on timing. It's not what you buy, it's when you buy. People are going to be making a lot of mistakes, and there's going to be people succeeding in the next coming weeks, because silver is going to have tops, it's going to have bottoms, and if you can buy low and sell the tops, you buy low, sell high, you can marginal trade basically the next couple of weeks and make a lot of money. Now, a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money, the people that are buying high and then selling it low, especially if people panic sell. But I don't think any of you guys are going to fall into that category, because we on this channel always talk about how to avoid that in the safest, smartest ways to invest your precious metals, right? Just make sure you're taking, you're taking what I'm talking about and applying it somewhat to your strategy, because a lot of people that don't know this stuff or don't see the signs, or don't see the bigger picture, are going to be biting themselves in the butt later on, regretting the decisions they make. So if you can step back, look at the market realistically, take out the emotional attachment, I think you'll do great, right? I'm gonna be making videos on a daily basis to keep you guys and gals informed. So it's very important to stay subscribed, because you need to know what's going on, and you need to know where your stack lies, and if it's in a a beneficiary spot, or if it's sitting sitting on the chopping block. So with that said, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash the like button. Let's see if this video can get 250 likes. If you love precious metals, make sure to smash that like button. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're about to hit 28,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for the insane support. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.